Hello, welcome back to the Off-Grid family. Today I'm doing a new sort of series called Print or Pass, and basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to print out certain things I need, try them out. If they're any good, I'm going to show you how to do it and what to do. If they're rubbish, I'll tell you as well. Just like my normal reviews, I suppose, but this is 3D printable things. I will make changes to them as I need them, because certain things aren't exactly what you need, but quite close kind of thing. But I'll show you that entire, process along the way. And I hope you enjoy it. Before we start, I'd like to thank Paul and David, our Patreons. I really appreciate all your support. You're awesome, guys. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, let's get on. Okay, so this is how it came off the build plate. I put a brim on it because at the time I couldn't be bothered to align the anything, and stuff was slipping all over. So yeah, that's why it's got a brim on it. Right, I'm going to clean it all up and then we can have a proper look at it. If you don't own one of these, I would buy one immediately. It's called I can't remember, and it does I can't remember what. I definitely didn't have to go and start having to think about what this was actually called. It's a deburring tool. Not very expensive, come on. Not very expensive, and they come with extra bits here. These are quite sharp, but they're really, really good for 3D prints. For example, you can just take off the edge. Come on. Take off the edge, just like that. And now you've got sharp edges here, but no sharp edge here. And it works really, really well. There we go. Completely no sharp edges, no burrs, no nothing. And it's really good for in holes as well. If you need to, you can just spin it around inside a hole and it will, deburr all the hole as well. Anyway, I'll do the rest of this and I'll be back. Right, now this is supposed to be like this. This bit would go into the ceiling. This bit then would be able to swivel on that. I need to drill a hole through this. This is then put through here, and then this connects to the actual projector. Alright, this piece is obviously designed for a specific type of projector, and no matter how I would put it, it won't line up with any of the actual holes I need it to. And this is designed for a much heavier duty projector than this. This is very, very light. In fact, it is less than a kilogram. So 956 grams, which is 2.1 ounce, 2 pound 1 ounces. So yeah, not very heavy at all. So we're not too concerned about it like falling from the ceiling and killing anyone or anything like that. And I'm gonna just change this. Now I know this is is it worth printing, but whenever I come across a 3D print that is so close to what I need that I don't need to sort of change it that much, I just print it out as is, and then I just print something extra. And this is just another one of these, right? And I'm going to use this to actually connect directly to the printer, to the projector, and then we can actually just do it exactly the same. We're just taking out this piece. The reason I printed this piece out is I wanted to see its stability, and it is very, very nicely designed, to be honest. And for the type of projector they had, fits perfect. Now I did consider finding a few screw holes, lining up the best I can, and then drilling my own. And that was a possibility, but I thought to myself, because this isn't a big projector and it's not heavy, I don't need all of this. So I just thought we can just go with a little bit like that, screwed down like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I want to do now is I want to set it all up as it would be on the ceiling, and we'll have a look at what that looks like. First things first, let's pop a hole in this. Sorted. Next we need to find a nut and bolt to go up through there. Now these are all my recycled bits and bolts and stuff. I've got many different amounts of these that I use on various projects. Okay, I'm gonna thread this, so I'll be back now, hang on. Okay. That goes on okay. As I say, these are all recycled parts, like as in the nuts and bolts, so they're not going to fit exact. I need to get a washer on that as well. I can get a washer on that side as well to make it tighter. Right, let's do the washer bits first. Okay, next we have these. Okay, so that through there. Again, we can tighten all this up in a minute. Now, this will then go on here and then connect to the projector. So then we should have a little bit of control. Okay, this one I'm going to use this, whatever it's called, butterfly nut, so that we can actually control the up and down angle. Again, I might put washers in between all this just to actually allow me to tighten it up a bit tighter. I'm not sure yet. Oh, that's an awful sound. I'm going to turn that off. For you guys, not for me. It's here in real life for me. I actually found a bolt. It's still a bit big, but if I shove a nut on it, it should be around about the right size. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's not ideal, but that fits in quite nicely. It's still a little tiny bit of extra, but to me, that's not a problem at all. So let's connect this together now. Now, as I say, I might need some washers in between this to stop it being able to move around so much. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll get all washers in between everything and see if we can get it to be solid as a rock, because we obviously need it to be able to be directionable but tightenable uppable, which is obviously English. But it's quite nicely articulated, as long as it will actually tighten up afterwards. But let me do that off camera and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, just putting one washer on each side, not on both sides, is enough to make it absolutely solid. So you can still move it if you want to, but I haven't done the thumb screws as tight as I could. And it just means, I found two different butterfly thing jobbers, so it means now I can actually control where it goes. But we can now also screw it in, and now we've got something we can mount on our ceiling. So that is the next job. Right, that's a little channel for me to put the wires in. There it is, all wired in, all nice looking-ish. I need to do the actual stuff on the wall next, but we're pretty much there. And it is solid as a rock there. And there you go. All connected up with the 3D printed mount. And it works perfectly. Okay, there you go. It works wonderfully. It's, you know, secure. I'm not worried about any problems with it falling down or breaking or any of that kind of thing. So I'm really impressed with it, to be honest. Now, I can only try it on the projector I've got, and obviously it's a very lightweight projector, but it seems very solid. But I would, if you've got a bigger projector that's heavier and so on, they do suggest hanging some string with it, so that if it does fall off, it like catches on the string rather than falling to the floor. This thing is, you know, very, very small, very, very light. I'm not worried about that happening, but, you know, just take that as a warning. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.